Live from the headquarters of Book It Better, it is Max Whitman, it is Kato, it is Impact Wrestling, and we are back with the show after our first pay-per-view, Turning Point. Kato, welcome to Impact Wrestling.
Thank you, Max. I'm very excited for this show right here.
You sound excited.
Things coming up. I am.
Alright, so let's just jump right into it. This is the Impact after Turning Point. We just saw Austin Aries defeat... we just saw Austin Aries defeat Pentagon to unify the titles. The Grand Championship and the World title are unified now into one. And let's jump right into it. There's a little bit of a long pause there. So we're going to open up with an angle with Chris Jericho and Jay Lethal. Y2J is introing into the episode. Jay Lethal says it's a new era is here now that he has arrived. Big things are coming. So
Jay Lethal era
the Jay Lethal era has arrived. Jay Lethal debuted, of course, at the end of Turning Point. We saw his limo pop up and saw him hop out and make his way into the Impact Zone. So this is him saying there are big things coming. It gets the show off to a hot start.
It does. A 75 was actually a really good start to begin the show. And I think what Jay Lethal brings to TNA is going to be very exciting.
I think so, too. I think so. We got big plans, I think. Here we go. We're going to a tag team match. It's Eli Drake and Scott Steiner versus Moose and Davey Boy Smith Jr. And it's a decent reaction from the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Moose and Davey Boy defeat Eli Drake and Scott Steiner in 11:37. When Davey Boy Smith defeats Scott Steiner by pinfall. So not a great match, 40-something grade here, but it's just the burial of Scott Steiner continues, essentially.
Yeah.
This is an angle featuring Scott Steiner and Eli Drake. It's basically just Steiner blaming Eli. Steiner's putting that loss on Eli Drake here.
Yeah, I mean, Steiner's in a decline right now. Yeah. He's not what he used to be. So, I don't think his matches are going to live up to the hype of his name.
I think Big Papa Pump's on his way out the door.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling he's not happy about it.
All right, so let's
move on to our next segment here. Match. Here it is. It's a three-way match. Desmond Xavier versus Petey Williams versus Matt Sydal. Gets a pretty good score here. Good wrestling, not much heat. Matt Sydal defeats Desmond Xavier and Petey Williams in just under 10 minutes. He defeats Desmond Xavier by pinfall with a Here It Is driver and makes defense number 3 of his X Division title.
I mean, Desmond Xavier is someone we really want to push, but it's tough because he wrestles in so many different places. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to really, get him on the show. But
when he's hardly ever around.
That's true. Well, Petey and Matt Sydal, I mean, these two guys are always going to put on great matches. So I'm not surprised at this rating.
Here we have the Briscoe brothers. They're basically just they're issuing an open challenge here. They've just won the tag team titles from Steiner and Drake. And now they're here on Impact, issuing an open challenge. It's subpar grade, grabs us a D, but they're not great on the mic.
No,
they're workers. They're workers.
I wonder who's going to accept that challenge. Oh,
and it is OVE. OVE, decent wrestling, not much heat, but the Briscoes defeat OVE in 11 minutes. Mark Briscoe defeats Jake Christ, I don't know, with a shooting star press. I didn't know Mark Briscoe did shooting star presses.
He does now. In all honesty, it wouldn't surprise me to see him do a shooting star press in real life, though.
Yeah?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, they get good grades here. Jay with a 51, Mark with a 47. So, from a tag team perspective, that's really can't much ask for much more for your champs than...
I mean, they're good in the ring. On the mic, they really suck. Look like Christ. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he injured him. Oh no. Oh no. Mark Briscoe injured Jake. Anyway, here we go. We get a great segment. Chris Jericho announces a Canadian title. A new title to replace the Grand Championship. Bum, ba, bum. And he names himself and Cody captains.
On separate teams. So basically what he's announcing here, Jericho is announcing a Canadian Championship tournament, but it will be 2 teams of 4
and the 2 teams of 4 will go head to head in an 8-man tag match, and the winning team will go in a 4-way ladder match for the new Canadian title. So that's how we're going to get that match here. It's going to be a 8-man tag followed by a 4-way ladder match.
And the best thing about that, all those matches will take place on Impact. These
Yes.
are like, pay-per-view quality matches on Impact.
Yes, they are. So including the championship ladder match, will be on Impact. We follow that up though with the Unforgiven. It's a new tag team. That's Jay White and Adam Page. They take on the Great Kasaki and Scotty Mack.
Scotty Mack was good, right?
Yeah, Scotty Mack was good. Yes, he was.
Scotty Mack.
The funny thing is, Scotty Mack and the Great Kasaki, these are just 2 local indie workers that we got, and they had great chemistry together as a tag team. So this match is supposed to just introduce this this White and Page tag team, and it ends up scoring really well.
It scored almost as good as the World Tag Team match.
The Briscoes
tag
and OVE
title
match. Yes.
Only issue here is that Adam Page was hurt. A herniated disc in his back, so
herniated disc, so that's unfortunately going to put him out of business for a couple of months. So the tag team
Unforgiven
kind of fizzles out. So the Unforgiven are unforgiven no more.
Pretty fast. That was quick.
That's over. So
maybe we'll sign Scotty
But
Mack.
Scotty Mack was good.
They love Scotty Mack.
Let's see, I want to see who hurt him. Nobody hurt him. He just herniated his own disc. DJZ versus Rich Swann. A decent match here. Rich Swann pulls a mid-40s, high 40s. DJZ did about what DJZ does. And this is Rich Swann debuting, actually. I'm excited about the Rich Swann signing. I really am. I think for the X Division in that reign, I think he'll be good there.
Yeah, I think he'll be the one to replace that Desmond Xavier character.
Mm-hmm. I think so, too. Austin Aries pops out now, and he thanks the fans for their support. Says he bleeds Impact blue, and he is unifying the titles. So that's making it official. Austin Aries out, making it official. He's unifying the Grand Championship and the World title into one. We basically just did the same thing that Impact did in real life here. I don't like the Grand Championship at all. I think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
so
it was a stupid idea.
Yeah. So Austin Aries basically thanking the fans. Hey, I bleed Impact blue. I'm here for life. This is my home. Thank you. We get our main event. I believe it's our main event here. And it's Austin Aries and Cody Rhodes taking on Kenny Omega and Joseph Park. It's a good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Aries and Rhodes are going to pick up the win here. Just over 15 minutes. Aries defeats Park by submission. It gets a 73, so a fantastic main event. Austin Aries a 74. Rhodes a 58. Park with the 63 and Omega the 54. Nothing really to complain about there.
No, it's pretty good. I'm telling you, Max, I'm still impressed by this Joseph Park guy.
I know.
I can't even get the smile off my face.
I know you are. You're a big Joseph Park mark now.
I am. I mean,
honestly, he's been way better than I thought he would be.
I'm scared to even change his character to Abyss because I don't know if it would affect him. Because right now he's on really good.
Yeah.
Like no matter who he's in the ring with.
Park was a guy that I fully expected to just keep around because he's been with Impact for so long.
I thought he was going to be fired.
Yeah. But I mean, he's carving out a name. I mean, not a name for himself. He's made a name for himself.
Right.
But just, I mean,
he's staying relevant.
He's staying relevant. He's putting on good matches, and I didn't expect that. Particularly, I mean, in this mod, usually mods like this, they generally tend to favor fan favorites,
right?
So you'll see Kenny Omega as it, but this one, I mean, I think it's pretty accurate, and he's done pretty well. He's managed to stay relevant, and he's putting on good matches. So,
you know what? I think we finally tweaked this program to exactly how we want it to be,
like the product wise,
and the showing.
Yeah.
This Impact was 2,300 people in British Columbia, Canada. So
put that out there. 20, not a bad crowd.
Not a bad crowd at all. I think we're growing. I think before it was about 1,800.
Yeah. So here we go. Overall. That's a fantastic show. It's a 73. It's a B-. Increases our popularity in 46 regions. No, 45. In 45 regions. Overall, Park again. Solid contribution Park, as we were talking about.
Rich Swann,
big time signing there. Not a big-time signing, but a good, solid signing for the X Division. The Unforgiven
Became the Forgotten.
became the Forgotten.
That was fast.
But basically, major announcement, though, for the most part here, the big thing is the Canadian title. So we're out the Grand Championship. It's gone. It's unified with the world title. And we're coming in with a Canadian title and doing it in style with an Impact televised tournament for the title, including that main event, including the 8-man ladder match. That will all be aired live on Impact Wrestling, not on pay-per-view.
So you already see what we have ahead, what's going on with that. So now our plots and our plans are starting to shape up a little bit. So
Yep.
you'll see what we got in store.
So we'll see. So that's it for this episode of Impact Wrestling. That's it for this episode of Book It Better. Don't hesitate to leave us a like, give us a subscribe, come on back for the next episode, and every episode after that.